What's good? What's goody? Let me unplug this. What's goody? What's goody? This is crazy. Oh God. I hope it's still going. Hey y'all. My bad. My granny was calling me. Can y'all hear me? I hope I didn't freeze up. Oh shit, hold up. Okay. Turn the camera the wrong way. Oh shit. Can y'all hear me? I might need to turn this down too. I didn't think it was too loud. What's goody, bro? What's good with you? What's good? Vibing a little bit. You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna put that right there. Get started in a minute though. Just chilling. Okay. Now. Okay. It's a good little day today. Okay. I feel so good today. It's been a little rough week. But, you know. Your girl had to bounce back. Okay. Had to analyze some things. Yeah. Lessons I had to learn. Oh, yeah. Some major ones. But, yeah, we're going to talk about it. Yeah, I got it. I got it now. I got it now. Okay. And now I can move forward now with my next move. Okay. I don't know. That's my phone. I can't see pretty much everything on here since I took the phone call. So hopefully it'll catch up. And okay. I can't even see who in the room besides bro. Okay. Hey sis. But hopefully it'll catch up. It'll catch up. You know. It is what it is. But yeah. I actually been wanting to talk to y'all for a minute. What's good, sissy? You know, this thing, you know, this life it has its funny messages, little crooked lines, you know, in the journey. So, you know, we go through things and do the things that we go through. We basically supposed to sit back and, you know, just kind of self-reflect on them. analyze the situation, just to gain the overall lesson or, the message, okay? So you can keep moving, all right? So, many of y'all know my granddaddy, he transitioned, okay? Yeah, okay, he transitioned. And during that time, it was a lot of grief going on and mourning and stuff. But I was able to, look at the situation as, I was looking outside of myself, okay, in a sense, okay? I was out of my body, and I was just looking at the situation from an outside experience. And so I got to analyze everything that was taking place, that was said to me, those words, just analyzing everything and understanding what's really going on. Even down to my papa's last breath, okay? It was chaotic, it was we was lost for words, but it was also as, a relief in a sense, because, we know that energy, him, himself don't have to struggle in that light anymore, okay? So, and everything happens for a reason and for a major purpose in your journey. Thank you, sis. So, a lot of tears is taking place. A lot of these things takes place anyway when we going through these transitions, crying and screaming and, saying a lot of things, reminiscing, okay? All of this energy, these cycles, okay? We go through this, okay? When we going through these transitions. Not only do the person who is transitioning out of the suit, okay, is going through that transition. We're going through a transition, okay? And this transition is supposed to make us evolve, all right? It's supposed to make us evolve, okay? The energy goes within oneness, okay? It goes within us, right? So we're supposed to evolve after these moments in life, okay? So, as getting the news, and the kids are so amazing and powerful through this whole thing, okay? They said a lot of things to me that made me like, what? Okay? I really had to take what they were saying, okay, with a major message, okay? Because the way it was given to me, and when they said it to me, or said certain things to me, it touched me in a way. They're like, oh yeah, you're right, okay? Because kids is amazing. They don't see death as we have seen death, okay? They don't see it as that, okay? They don't understand it because we've been taught, okay, to think death is some low vibrational thing taking place, or we supposed to be in this low vibrational energy of grieving and mourning in such a way of not letting go. But it's all a celebration, okay? So through this experience, peace, bro. Through this experience, I was able to catch these major lessons, okay, just all through the kids, okay? So when I found out, the day that, it was no coming back, okay? So I'm crying and I cried, okay? I tried to keep my tears together for the kids. Peace, sis. I tried to keep my tears together for the kids, but I couldn't hold them, I couldn't hold them back. I couldn't. It was like, it wasn't, I couldn't shut them off. So as this is going on, my little cousin that's 9 years old, okay, she comes and sit beside me. And she says, you gotta breathe. She said, breathe. Now, she 9, okay? 9 years old. She sits beside me, and she said, you gotta breathe. She said, breathe. And I'm looking at her like, okay, peace, sis. I'm looking at her like, okay, she nurturing me, she's comforting me, okay? as the mothering energy would do, okay? So she's mothering me. Breathe. Breathe. You gotta breathe, okay? So I'm breathing. And I couldn't do nothing but hold and hug her because I'm like, yes, I need to breathe. And this breathing process we have to go through in life, especially through situations like this, okay? When you're releasing, okay? You have to breathe through it, okay? That's the keys also to life, to breathe, your breath, okay? So we got to breathe through these moments, okay? Every situation that we go through in life, all right? So, you know, I'm breathing. I'm getting it together, okay? We end up having to, you know, we go up to the hospital or whatever. And we had to finally break it to the kids, you know, let the kids know that Papa is not coming back in a sense, okay? He is not going to be here in physical form. You know, he's going to heaven. And now, think about that for a second. He's going to heaven. We tell our young children this, okay? And, you know, it didn't hit me until this moment when we said it, okay? We know that heaven deals with the mind, okay? That deals with your higher self, okay? So when we're telling each other or the children, you know, Papa is going into, you know, to heaven. He's going into the mind. Because we know the mind carries the memories, the data, okay, to all existence. This is the source of all, right? So he's going into the memory, the membranes of the system of your mind, okay? This is your higher self energy, your consciousness, okay? So I'm like, oh my God, you know, we tell our kids this all the time. And we feed them a physical form that's outside of ourselves. But in reality, okay, when we say that these energies are going to heaven, they're actually going within our higher self, within ourselves, period, okay? So we know this, okay? But that stuck out to me when we were saying it to the kids, okay? And the same little girl, my little cousin, you know, she broke down crying. And I said the same words to her. You gotta breathe. Okay? Whew. Yeah. That's right, sis. Your loved ones live within you. Yes. Okay? We know that they do. Okay? And we know they live within us. And this is where they at. This is where they exist. When we even healing through the memories, okay, of reminiscing about them. Okay, we're tapping into the data of self, the memory, okay, your membrane, okay? You're tapping into the mind. This is your higher self, okay? This is heaven, all right? Your Noah's Ark, your brain, okay? So, I'm telling her, you got to breathe too. You got to breathe. Now I'm telling her she got to breathe, okay? So we're breathing through this process, okay? And through this whole process of us breathing, okay, we're learning and understanding why we got to let go, okay? We're learning and understanding why certain things take place, okay? And everything has a higher purpose, okay? Now, one thing about this brain also, okay, when we say we going to, Papa's going to heaven, or, our great ancestors, they're going to heaven, okay? The brain also has fluid on it, okay? It has its own fluid, okay, matter of, surrounding the brain, okay? But this fluid is also symbolic to water, okay? Which is what makes this the as above, so below, okay? Peace, sis. Which makes this the as above, your feet is so below. Because you're walking on the foundation, okay, of it all right? This is into your higher intelligence when you're thinking from your own mind and have control of that, okay? Diving back into the ocean, okay? It's the same thing, okay? Ocean above, ocean on the bottom, okay? The same reflection, all right? Because the suit also represents this grounding, this body of this experience, okay? The foundation, all right? But, okay? So this water is on the brain, okay? And we got water in the body, okay? So when you're crying, all right, and you're going through these memories of healing, and you're having these visions of the last time you connected with these beings, and you're rejoicing and you're laughing and you're sad at one moment, but you're going through the emotions of it all because you have to. Okay? Peace, fam. Because you have to. Okay? There's no way around it. Okay? Even if you cry in here, you're going to cry later. Okay? It still got to happen. Okay? And this water that you crying and you're letting go of is so cleansing. And it's a release of the energy that you have to let go of. Okay? It's going to be common, which is going to bring you back into balance and wholeness to yourself, which you'll be able to gain understanding, okay? And when you don't go through this process, okay, your mind is not going to be leveled for you to gain the lessons, all right? So you have to go through this process, okay? Even though we understand death, okay, you still go through the emotions, all right? Yep, like waves, it comes in waves, okay? You still have to go through the emotions. All right? We do everything through the mind. All right? You do everything through that. All right? And the emotions is no different. All right? All right? We talked about the transitions, going into the mind. That's the membrane they're going into. All right? And we're going to break down membrane in just a minute. Okay? And also remember the word remember, okay? Because mem is a powerful word, okay? Of it all, okay? It just really gives you the source of all things, okay? Of what we be experiencing when we going through these emotions, all right? All right? Let me pull this up for y'all. Now they have my pictures up so small, I think I can't make. Oh, I'm making myself bigger. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, so I'll read it. I thought I made it big, but anyway. Breathing. Now they're talking about breathing. Breathing relates to an air on a personal level, while wind relates to air on more of a cosmic level. Breathe, okay, or the breath, all right, symbolizes life and the power of the spirit, and also the transient and substantial and the elusive, okay? So this is the symbol of life, okay? The breath of life, okay, is dealing with your energy, your power of your energy source, okay? We do everything through this, okay? That's why I say you got to be careful what you speak, okay? Crying is healing and growing, definitely a fact, okay? What you do with your emotions is important. Yep, you got to handle them emotions head on, okay? You don't want the emotions to get into the egotistical side, which is really going to take you off balance. Because ego is actually supposed to be a great thing, all right? It's just your energy, okay? It's all about your energy. And when you start to project that energy into a low vibrational way of trying to manipulate or finesse shit, then that's when you become very egotistical. You can't never have too much of a higher power or positive energy, and you can't have a lot of negative energy, okay? All right? It's got to be balanced, all right? We do everything through the mind. We live in our minds. That's why all of the experiences are different, even though we live in the same world. Exactly. All right? So the breath of life, okay? It's all about the breath of you, okay? Your energy, your force of energy, okay? All right? Now, is this Mim? Okay, that's not the one I'm looking for. Hold up. I want to get to Mim, to let y'all understand the Mim, okay? Okay, I think this is it right here. Yeah, okay. They got them so small, so I'll read them. Yeah. The definition of Mim, actually. So this is Mim dealing with the membrane, actually dealing with, when we say that our loved ones, they're going to heaven, which is going into the mind, which is going into your membranes, okay? So, I'll love and light your ass, then I'll love and light your ass up. Okay, now, you got to be, okay, you can't always get through life being too nice now. Sometimes you got to show them, look, I ain't no pushover, okay? I ain't no pushover now, okay? Sit your ass down somewhere now. But anyway, yeah, okay, you definitely have to step up, okay? And you always be balanced with that shit, okay? Just, now, this is the definition of the mem, actually talking about, when we're talking about, going into heaven, which is going into the mind, which is going into your membrane, okay? So the mem, actually, the M-E-M, I'm sorry, abbreviation, well, not abbreviation, word dealing with membrane is just as the waters of an undergo spring rise upward from an unknown source to reveal themselves, so does the spring of wisdom rise from the mysterious source that is God. Okay, so this is the direct meaning of mem, which is water. So when we talk about our ancestors going to, or our loved ones going to heaven, and we're talking about them going into the mind, which is into the membrane, they're actually going back into the source, which is the water. Okay? Because we know that water carries the information. It carries all things. That's the part of the ark. Okay? Alright? And when we release by crying and stuff, we're cleansing the energy. Okay? We're releasing. Alright? So it's okay. Okay? Yeah, that's the flow. Oh, we got something with the flow too, bro. Hold up. Thank you. Because that's the flow. Okay? That's the flow of it all. Okay? Just about with this flow. Okay? Because the flow deals with the water too. Alright? Its qualities are fluidity. Okay? Or cohesiveness. Okay? Flowing water usually represents change automatically, okay, and the passage of time, okay, which is you evolving. Anytime it talks about time, you are evolving, okay? It's a change, okay? Alright? So yeah, it's the flow of energy. It's the flow of the waters, the source of all things. Okay? That's why they be testing these goddamn waters out here. Okay? You thinking they be testing your blood. Your blood is actually just water. That's why this shit is blue. Okay? When it comes red, that's because it's hitting the air here. Okay? But that is straight water. Okay? Water. Okay? What's the symbolism of it all? Okay, when you crying and you doing all of this, okay, when we do all of that and stuff, okay, and even when we cleansing, okay, when they say you getting baptized, all right, the symbolism is different, okay. Now we look at shit so literal before, okay, we're aware of the shit now, okay. So now you got to understand the truth of it all, of how it flows with dealing with the source of energy. Okay? So with this power, this water, right? Okay? The symbolism is dealing with the wisdom. Why you think blood is so goddamn important? It's not only do it carry wisdom, okay? It carries the power. Okay? Alright? Grace, music, and the undifferentiated chaos that gave rise to the material world. Okay? Water. Okay? It gave rise to the material world. Okay? I know y'all done seen that movie when, the abyss, when they come out the goddamn water, okay? They come out and they have the face of the shade. Okay. Water. Okay? Water. Okay? I know we've heard of the saying of, we in a fish tank. All right? We in the womb. All right? Water. Okay? Water is connected to every freaking thing here. Okay? Water. Without water, there's no air. Okay? Alright? There's no life. There's nothing. Alright? Water is the oldest thing. It has no age. Alright? The only thing that's limitless in this motherfucker. Okay? Water. Okay? So when we going through these cycles in life, okay? When we going through these transitions and we have to cry or we got to go through a cleansing of our body or baptize, okay? It's all about you evolving. Pieces, what's goody? It's all about you evolving. I don't care how many times you got to cry. I don't care if it's the same tears. Let it out, okay? Because somewhere down the line, them same tears is going to carry the same message that you need, okay? So you can keep moving forward, okay? Like Tupac, who was that? I shed so many tears. Come on now. Okay? When it comes to this brain, dealing with the membrane, okay? We know mem is water, okay? That's the water. Alright? Which they try to beat you down and say, that's not water in the brain, that's fluid. Okay. Brain. B-R-A-N-E. Okay? It comes from the word membrane, okay? Which refers to a two-dimensional brain. Two-dimensional. And the reason why they say two-dimensional, because we all know we have two sides to the brain. Okay? You have the right and the left. You got a high and a low. A negative and a positive. However you want to get it, okay? You got God, you got the devil. However, pick the two. Masculine and feminine. Okay? The two-dimensional brain, that's what it carries. Okay? But it all connects as one. Okay? Which makes it the source of all. Okay? They say you have a P brain. Alright? Sweeps out a P plus one-dimensional volume in space-time, called its world volume. Okay? Physics often study fields and analogs to the electromagnetic field which live on the world volume of a brain. Okay? So when they're talking about this P brain, they're talking about the physical side of it. Okay? Because that is the world volume. Okay? Keyword world volume. Alright? That's what you put out. Okay? That deals with that left side, right side of the brain. Yeah. Okay? The right side of the brain. The one we use the most. Alright? So, this is what the membrane deals with. It deals with the doing with both sides of the brain, which is the left and the right, okay? The two-dimensional brain, alright? So you got water, and this water flows, okay, around these two-dimensional, okay, this two-dimensional brain, alright? Because you got two sides, alright? It flows around it, okay? And they're still connected, alright? So, you're still operating, okay? You're still operating in the flow of your energy. I don't know why I pulled this up, okay? In the energy, in the source of it all, okay? Tapping into your waters in your mind. Cleansing your mind, okay? When you're going through these transitions, okay? Getting rid of the old cells, as they say, and bringing in the new, all right? So, and we're healing, like I said, healing through the memories of it all. All right. Now, I want to get into, yeah, okay. I want to get into the Beloved movie, okay? Because when I was going through this, okay, when I was going through this situation, this transition, I just happened to stumble upon, just watching Beloved. And I'm kind of glad that I did. Because where I'm at now in my mind, okay, it is the messages I got this time is so much deeper. And it was so much on cue with what I was going through, okay? It deals with you going into your roots, all right? And it deals with you, okay, going into that heart, which is the home, all right? And releasing, okay, energy that is putting a hold on you, okay, which is stopping you from moving forward, okay, which when we go through these obstacles, okay, sometimes they be easy breezy. It don't be no hold. Sometimes it might take you a couple of days, okay, it might take you a week or two, it might take months, okay, but just, on a regular side of it, it might just take a few days, okay? In my experience, lately it just takes me a few days to kind of just get through that, that hold of energy that's been, that's connected inside of me into my roots of my foundation in my heart, okay? Tapping into the memories, dealing with my mind and stuff and cleansing them and analyzing the last things that took place, okay? And the messages that I gained from him, okay? That I needed to use, okay, for me to move forward, all right? So, watching this movie, all right? Watching this movie, hold on. Oh, okay, I was going to say, they start off at the house, okay? And in this house, of course, this house is already haunted. It has an energy inside of it that's really chaotic. Put it like that. The energy is very chaotic, okay? It's throwing shit. It's moving furniture. It's scaring the kids, all right? And so it was so bad that the two boys left, all right? The two older sons left, all right? At the beginning. Now, let's just start with the word beloved. Beloved actually means love, okay? So we're tapping into, and when we talk about love, we talk about the hearts, okay? That deals with the connection of your heart, all right? So we're tapping into the love. We're tapping into the hearts, okay? The heart, home is where the heart is, and that's why the house symbolizes the home, okay? Dealing with the heart, all right, beloved, all right? And in that home, it was full of chaos, and the energy was thick, all right? When Danny Glover got there, he was like, damn, girl, what kind of energy you got up in here, okay? Shit was red, it was lighting up red, it was thick, it was so much tension in that motherfucker, okay? You can cut through that motherfucker, all right? It was draining instantly, okay? And some people, including ourselves, when we go through shit, okay, we might have this energy on us, okay, that is draining us so much, all right, because we don't want to let go or understand or see ourselves and things, okay? So it becomes draining to our own selves, and sometimes people don't even pick up that shit, okay? And they just reflect that shit on other people, and those people become so drained, okay? And then some people, they can just feel your energy off back if it's draining. So when he walked in, he realized, like, girl, you got some shit with you, okay? A lot of us had a lot of shit with us when we had to go through healing, all right? Especially dealing with our foundations, dealing with our family, dealing with our roots, all right? So going into the situation, the shit was already chaotic. The energy was all over the place. Okay? The more and more, they go on through the house, she say, it's not bad energy. It's sad energy. And it's sad that she said it. Because knowing and dealing with the movie Beloved, this energy that's carried in the house is the energy she is carrying. Okay? The mother is carrying. Okay? We also symbolize mother as the love energy, dealing with feminine energy. Okay? So, this is the energy already from the mother. Okay? So, it's the energy that she carries. Alright? And it's so thick in her foundation. Okay? So thick in her foundation that it took, what's her name? Baby Sue or Baby Suge out. Okay? She ended up transitioning. Okay? But they tell you that on down the road. Alright? When Beloved actually comes into the play, okay, she comes into the scene, she is coming out of the water. She is coming out of the water. And she is in all black. Okay? And she's moving and carry on as a newborn, a baby. Okay? Alright? So this is a birthing taking place. Okay? A shift in the feminine energy that's about to happen. Okay? Dealing with the mother. Alright? Whoopi Goldberg. Oprah. Damn. Oprah. Okay? Beloved, she wheezing, she can barely breathe at this moment. It's just like the baby coming out straight out the womb. The doctors got to get the shit out the mouth so they can breathe, right? They wheezing, barely breathing, okay? I just said, she had on all black, okay? She couldn't even walk, alright? She finally gets to the house, alright? And she finally gets to the house, and when she gets there, I don't know why I got that right there. She finally gets to the house, and when she gets there, alright, they become very fond of her. They're helping her, the daughter is helping her, aiding her, basically raising her, teaching her, okay, that energy, nurturing her, that energy, okay. If you take Beloved out the situation as a character, okay, it will only show that this is Septa, okay, which is the mother, okay, and this is the energy that she's carrying, the guilt, the shame, okay, of losing her family and taking out her daughter, okay. So this energy hunts her. It hunts the house, okay. And when we go through these transitions, and when we don't let these family members go and understand that this is only for a higher position, okay, and a higher elevation for you, okay, and the energy itself, all right, which is a celebration of it all, okay. Yeah, cry your tears and let them out, okay. Release as you should, okay. But when we get caught up in these situations, okay, we be carrying these energies, all right, and they be having a hold on you, okay. They will drive people crazy, all right, all right. All of this pain, all right. This energy that she's carrying is straight from the realm, the spirit world, the mind, the memory, all right. That's why she came out the water. It deals with the mind. It deals with the memory. It deals with the spiritual side of self. Okay? She's coming from within. Alright? Dealing with Beloved. This is the energy that she's carrying around. Alright? Gotta let it go. Okay? It began to affect her children. Alright? That's why the two sons left at the beginning. Alright? It actually affected the daughter, all right? When she was ashamed to be outside. She was embarrassed, okay? She didn't even have a life. She stayed stuck in the house. Okay? Now the lady, Baby Suggs, or Grandma Baby as she called her, okay? She said, you know, she was a preacher, okay? The scenes that they play of her is actually more so of a spiritualist. Someone who, you can say preacher, it's the same thing, alright? But her words were so divine, okay? Her words were so uplifting, alright? Okay, and many people came to her. This was the great divine energy that she was projecting, okay? That's why she called her Baby Suggs, okay? That's that divine, pure energy that she was carrying, okay? The innocence, alright? Now, when it gets to, you know, her talking about how she took the baby out, how, you know, how it all went down, okay? I know for myself, when we first saw it, you know, we was probably like, damn, the slave owners, they coming together. They finna take her back, you know, she running crazy. Wow. That wasn't even the case. The case is, she was so frightened and so in fear, okay, of what her previous life was, okay, and what happened where she had, you know, where it took place before. She was so in fear, okay, she wasn't used to being free. Alright? She had made it to freedom in her mind, body, and soul. She had sacrificed her own, had to go through a sacrifice of losing her husband, okay? To get to her kids. Birthing one on the way, okay? Tapping into the higher ascension of herself. Alright? So when she's in this energy, she starts to, when she sees her own reflection, which is a memory, mind, because everything operates here. Okay? That old memory comes up. Slave owner. She recognized. Thinking that they coming to get her. But the whole time she was in fear. This man wasn't even worried about her. Man wasn't even paying attention to her. Okay? They were just looking and seeing what they was doing, but they kept moving. Alright? And that happens a lot of time when we in fear. Okay? We overreact. Okay? Alright? We overreact, and she overreacted. Okay? And these people wasn't even steady and worried about her. Okay? Even Grandma Baby or Baby Suggs was looking at her like, what is going on? Why the hell is this lady? Why is she running with the kids screaming? They ain't even worried about you, child. We working. We doing our own thing on our own land. We free. Why is you still scared? Okay? End up going in the shed, trying to take out all the kids, okay? Because she didn't want them to ever be not free, okay? Or she didn't want them to be slaves, okay? She didn't want them to be exposed to that type of world, okay? A lifestyle, alright? But the way it played out is she was in her own fear. So when she killed that baby, which is the energy that's hunting her, which is the beloved, okay? Which is the love energy that she carried. Alright? She was in guilt. Okay? She felt guilty. Because once they came up there, they looked at her like she was crazy. One is like, what did you do, child? Why did you do that? Like, they weren't even studying you, girl. They like, you know, it wasn't worried about you. Like, a lot of people be walking down here with a chip on their shoulder for real. People don't even be worried about you. Don't even be studying about you. But here you go thinking motherfucker talking and worried about you and ain't even worried about you. Okay? That mentality be a motherfucker. Okay? If you know yourself, alright, it don't matter what the fuck anybody else feel or what they think. Okay? When you in the energy of yourself, you are in divine protection. When you ain't worried about nobody else, all you worried about is self. Okay? That's it. Alright? It only becomes kind of skeptical when you start to dibble and dabble in other things. That becomes your cause and your effects. Okay? When you're not strategically planning, okay, in a high intelligent mindset, when you're playing chess and not checkers, okay, you be able to maneuver a certain way. So when you're moving in fear, okay, that energy is all over the place, okay? You're not focused, all right? You're always thinking somebody trying to get you, okay? So in that scene, they were showing that a lot of people we were still stuck in that mind frame, okay? And we was when we all seen it. Yeah, the motherfucker, they trying to get her. They trying to get Shorty, trying to take her back. I probably would have did the same thing. I probably took all my kids out too. But the whole thing is that you're playing off of the fear of the energy of your own self, okay? Own self. All right. So she had to live with that guilt. All right. And by living with that guilt, okay, it created a chaotic foundation, okay, a dysfunctional family in a sense, okay. It created a lot of anger and pain, okay. No communication at all, okay. A separation, a division in the foundation, okay, of your roots. All right. That's why the kids left. All right. They got tired of getting beat on and got dang on being disturbed by the energy of the house. All right. And that's why I always say the woman, you got to get right first. When you get right first, the whole layout be great. Okay? You control the whole foundation. That's the feminine energy. All right? And even with men too, when you tap into your feminine side and know what it is, you become divine energy. Okay? You begin to understand everything. Both sides, you know, both sides of each world. Okay? Two sides. Okay? It's two sides to the mind. All right? So you begin to understand two sides to the story. All right. So yeah. But yeah. So she lived in that guilt. All right. Beloved, okay, becomes a little bit more obsessive, okay, to Paul. Okay, Paul D, because she knows that Paul D has this part of her heart, okay, that she can never break, all right, between Seta, which is the mother, okay, and Paul D, which is the man, okay, Danny Glover, all right. But in reality, what this is that guilty consciousness, okay, inside of us, all right, that plays out on our consciousness. When you get something that is good for you to help you evolve, because, you know, Danny Glover had don't start taking them out to eat, honey. Okay, taking them to the fair. They was, you know, eating goods, all right? Because, you know, that's the layout of the masculine energy, okay? That's the go-getter energy. It goes out and it gets that work, okay? And it makes sure the house is good, all right? So Danny made sure they was straight, all right? They was just they became one, okay? Masculine, feminine, and that the divine energy, okay, of the child, all right? Which is Denver, all right? So they had on, you know, so when Beloved came through, Beloved had on, you know, put a lot of little wedge and shit, which was really the mother's guilty consciousness, all right? That deep-rooted energy of guilt and hurts and trauma, okay, that she didn't want to let go, all right, that she was battling inside of herself, okay. It became so obsessive, and when he had did the whatever with Beloved, right, that was really symbolic for the mother. That means that they wasn't seeing eye to eye. Okay, he had done moved out the house now in the shack. He ain't gonna deal with the energy no more. It was too much. It was overwhelming. All right, he had done slept in the back. Okay, so, and that's because of the energy. Okay, so when Beloved comes out there, we know that's the character of the baby, the energy that she can't let go of. Okay, but in the symbolic also term, this is the mother energy coming in. Okay, and that means they're not seeing eye to eye no more. He don't want to connect. He don't want to do that. Okay, the energy is too overwhelming for him. Okay, so when that was forced, and that means, you know, forced energy when you're trying to force it. Okay, like Beloved forced herself on him. Okay, that means you're trying to force the love. Okay, and when that comes, it's not gonna work. Okay, anytime you're trying to force something, it doesn't work. Okay, it has to have a flow. All right? So he ended up leaving. All right? Can't force something. He ended up leaving. Okay? When he ended up leaving, the mother really went deep in. Okay? She went deep into a dark place. Okay? As they would say. That dark energy of self. Okay? She went deep down inside of herself into that child energy. The house was it looked like Pippin Longstocker's had done been in that motherfucker. Okay? Had done decorated the whole damn thing. Y'all remember the movie? But yeah, okay. So she and this child energy is no, it's chaotic. It's no structure. It's nothing. Okay, they eating sweets and all kind of things. Okay, don't spend all the money. Okay, spend all the church's money. Okay, now she's struggling. Okay, it's a reason why we learn certain things when we get up into wisdom. Okay, up into age, which is the information and the knowledge of self. Okay, it's a reason why, because the child has no structure. Okay, all right, and without that structure, okay, it's good, all right, to have that at times, but you still have to balance that shit with some structure now. Okay, especially when you're in this experience. Okay, and the more that you go up into your age, okay, of wisdom and knowledge, okay, all right, you learn what to do and what not to do, all right, because now you're learning how to really play the game. Have you ever put a kid on a game and they don't know how to play? Put a 2-year-old on there. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. They just playing. They having a good time too, but they don't know what they're doing. They have a good time scribbling and scrapping. They don't even know what they're doing. Okay. Us as energy, okay, that's been in formation for a while, okay, formation and structure, okay, we teach them, okay, we teach them how to have structure, okay, which is how to do their formation, all right, but they be having a blast, they be having a good goddamn time. It's good when you ain't got no rules, okay, it's good when you ain't got no rules, but sometimes not having no rules can be a little, okay, like, oh, I shouldn't have did that. You get to learn them little things a little too late in the game. Okay? Especially eating all them damn sweets. Okay? We had multiple videos, even in school, not to do this, to do that. Now, your teeth gonna fall, they're gonna crack now. Okay? It's things in play to teach you how to play the game. Okay? You just can't be all over the place. You can if you want to. But you ain't gonna learn that. You're gonna stay on that level of no structure, okay? You have to go through the structure to get back to that energy of no structure. Alright? So, yeah, man, like the house was there, it was everything. It was okay. Hadn't even cleaned up, ain't did nothing, honey. Okay? The only one, okay, Denver started stepping up. She started realizing this shit getting out of hand now. It's getting out of hand. We ain't got no food, okay? We ain't got no food, okay? We ain't got nothing to drink, all right? The house is in shambles, all right? Beloved over here eating everything, and beloved eating everything is that gluttony, as they talk about, which is a sin also in the Bible, which is also what you're feeding your emotions instead of releasing them emotions. When you start to feed your emotions and you just eating and we just feeding, okay, just like drinking or whatever, your source or whatever, just trying to feel that void of that energy, okay? She just eating up every goddamn thing, belly getting big, representing her getting pregnant too. But she just eating up every damn thing. That means she's birthing a whole new energy, okay? A whole nother set of energy, okay? So, Denver is the only one, at the time, she like, it's too much. It's too much now. I got to get out here. I got to get some help. I got to work. My mama, she's sick. This beloved energy, she can't let go, it's driving her nuts. She talking, she talking crazy. She not making sense. It's staticky, it's chaotic. Like, you know what I mean? It's just crazy. It's not fun anymore. Okay? Like, it's no balance in this shit. So, She ends up going and try to get a job and all of that, you know. And she end up getting one, okay. She end up getting one, and when she's getting this job or whatever, you know, it's helping her mama, you know, as far as putting food on the table and feeding their beloved energy, okay, because she was still, in a sense, what they call it, enabling her mama, okay. She was still enabling her mama by still feeding that energy, okay. That whole energy that's got her caught up in not letting go, you know, feeling guilty and, you know, sad and, you know, in pain, alright? Alright? Just difficult. So, she was feeding that energy, okay, which is she was enabling her mama. But it became too much. It still became too much. She couldn't carry all that weight. So she ended up reaching out to the people in the village, which was the mothers. Okay? The women that comes at the end now. Okay? And like they always say, it takes a village. Okay? And also you have a whole village which is inside of you. Okay? Just by tapping into this piece of your energy, of yourself, and analyzing, okay, and understanding what's going on, okay, and seeing it for what it is and accepting what you cannot change, okay? The village, okay? You have all of this energy in you, okay? All of it. Alright? All of it. So they come and sing, okay? Water. Music. Symbolic for music. Water. So they're singing. And they singing these hymns, okay? And it's becoming, it caught her attention. It woke her up. Okay? She begins to come through the house and goes outside. Alright? She don't see the light. Alright? She analyzing. Okay? She crying. She's listening. Okay? She tuned in. So that man come right back through there. You know? When I talk about energy. And when I say, you know, even though you might deal with something, okay, head on, don't reflect it on it, okay, don't recognize and healing from it, it still comes back, okay, it still comes back, alright, it can be in a different form, okay, and as you can see, the man was aged, okay, so he had transformed into a different age of the suits, alright. So that just shows how this energy still comes around, okay? Just like when we lose people, okay, in a sense, when we are really not losing, we're gaining, okay? But when we go through these transitions with our family members, okay, this energy comes up, okay? You're going to always remember, okay? Because you're in the water. You're tapping into your water. Okay, which is a source of all. And the way it flows, okay, you gonna always, it's gonna still flow around, okay? It's gonna come back. And you got to always know how to deal with it, okay? Even if you have to do it in the way that you know how to do it, that's gonna bring you to snap back, okay? Alright? That's just like getting rid of the boogeyman, defeating him one time, and then they come back. How many times did Freddy Krueger come back, y'all? That nigga, Freddy. Didn't stay, Freddy, he didn't stay dead. You might have killed him this time he came back. Okay? Didn't kill him that time he came back. Same thing, Jason. Okay? Michael. Did that? Okay, that just shows you how this energy that you've already experienced in your life and you've dealt with it, okay, it's going to keep coming. And each time it comes, you get stronger and stronger and stronger. Each time you have to face it, okay? It's not supposed to have you caught up. Alright? So that energy came back again. Okay? She in this divine energy of herself. And when you tap into the divine energy of yourself, you're tapping into the membrane. You're tapping into the waters. Okay? So that man coming through is, he's in the waters of her mind. He's in her memory. Okay? In her energy. And when she see him, soon as she see him, she freaked the fuck out again. She want to take him out. She want to kill him. She tried to get to him. And he looked at her like, the hell going on? And he looking at Beloved like, this, you still carrying that energy of that baby? You still, that's still hurting you? We're in a different time frame now. Okay? You still dealing with that. And it's big now. The energy is bigger than life now. Okay? She wasn't a baby form. She was life size. That means that energy don't build up. You've been carrying that. Alright? So she didn't get to him, of course. Okay, y'all? She didn't get to him. We know she didn't. But she tried to kill that man. She tried to, man. Alright? Anytime you're trying to kill somebody, it's something that you still got to, you still need to look within yourself. Okay? If you want to kill somebody, it's something with you. Alright? Nobody should have to make you that mad want to kill them. I don't care what you've been through. Because it really ain't going to solve nothing. Alright? It really ain't. What you going to do? Come right back into the same energy. Alright? And your foundation. It's going to carry out more in your foundation. Okay? No. Alright? So that just lets you know she was still disturbed by that energy. Okay? Of being enslaved. Okay? And a lot of people be still triggered. Okay? By the enslavement of the mind. Okay? A lot of people are still triggered. Shit, I still got triggers too. You know? We all do. But when they come up, okay, I defeat them. Alright? I analyze it. What is it this time? What do I need to see this time? Okay? She ended up still was hurt about the baby, you know, the baby this time leaving. And it just shows, you know, that she still was carrying that energy. Alright? But with Denver, you know, her going through and seeing how disruptive that energy was, it took her that energy to destroy Baby Shug's or Grandma Baby's blanket, okay, or comforter, okay, or quilt, alright? Peace, sis. It took her to see that, you know, for her to be like, you know, this, okay? Like, what? You know? So when she did that, you know, Grandma Baby energy came through and was telling her basically, you know, you used to be a writer, you did this good, and what's going on? You know, kind of found out the reason why she was still in the house is because she was so, like I said, ashamed of what people were saying about her mama. So she didn't want to be seen in public, okay? Her mama energy was starting to hinder her, okay? It had don't hindered her, okay? Until she don't had enough when that energy destroyed her grandma's blanket, well, quilt. Okay? So, Grandma Baby, or Baby Shug, okay, was telling her, you know, you need to get out. You need to get out of this house. You need to live your life, okay? You stop writing, which is you stop living, alright? You stop living your own life, okay? Which is you writing your own life, your experiences by your choices and your causes and your effects in life. Okay? You control your own script in this journey. Okay? Do not allow anybody else to hinder you, okay? Or distract you from your own script, okay? What you want to do in life, all right? So she was telling her, you need to get out the house. You need to go. That means you need to let go. You need to go and break free, okay? And live your own life, okay? Because it is a self journey, okay, overall. So you definitely have to live your own life, okay? Your mother will be all right, okay? Do what you got to do, but live your life, okay? Don't let your mother's foundation or your foundation hinder you, okay, or stop you from what you're trying to do in life, okay? Because even with the transitions of our loved ones, they wouldn't want you to stop doing what you're doing in your life. Okay? They having a great time. They in peace in mind. Okay? They one with the source. All energy as we is. Okay? There ain't no sadness. Okay? Because the days I went through that with my transitioning from my grandfather, my papa, okay? All I could hear is him in good graces. Okay, all I was seeing was good visions, of course, all great memories and visions, and hearing his voice in good graces. Okay, there was no struggle. Okay, it wasn't no pain or none of that. All right, that's the energy inside of you and your higher ascension letting you know to keep going. Okay, you have to see what I said there. Energizer Bunny came up to about. But you gotta keep going and keep going, alright? Keep beating the beats of your own drum, alright? The Energizer Bunny. But yeah, y'all. But yeah, you know, so she ended up going out and living her life and, you know, having a great time, meeting people, had her little friend, and her mama was still stuck in her own demise, okay? Even though she had let the energy go. She understood she had to let the energy go. She was still in her demise. And this is just like a lot. This is a lot. A lot of us can understand, well, let the energy go. But will not have no understanding of it. Okay? She was able to let the energy go. Okay, and knew that it was, you know, it was creating an unbalance in the foundation to carry all of this energy. Okay, but she didn't gain any understanding, meaning she didn't gain the lesson overall. All right, she couldn't understand why. But Danny Glover comes in at the end. Okay. And that's the masculine energy, okay? Rising up to the occasion, all right? To help the feminine energy rise, okay? For that feminine energy can be one, okay, with the energy of the masculine, okay, in the foundation, all right? Which is with her daughter, all right? He was saying that, you know, I'll take care of you at night and she can take care of you in the day. That is symbolic. Day is dealing with the masculine energy, okay? That's dealing with the Christ energy, dealing with the consciousness, what we project out, okay? Night deals with your feminine energy, the mother energy. There we go, mother son, okay? To help you through this, all right? So, yeah. Just to be one, okay? To be that three, all right? That Trinity, all right? As they once was. So, as I was watching this as well, okay? And I'm gaining the, you know, the understandings of what they were saying, you know, with the movie. I'm like, damn, man. That transition can be a motherfucker on a lot of people. Not understanding that death really ultimately means birth. That's it. It means birth. New life. Alright? Change. Alright? Transformation. Hell, transition. It's all change words, okay? All about shifting, okay? Evolving. Alright? So yeah, I had to take me some time, y'all. I had to get myself together. You know, and when we get into these roots, you know, that's really, you know, they really, you know, intricately connected deep down inside of you, such as those grandparents and parents, okay? And those siblings, close cousins, best friends, stuff like that of that nature, okay? People you really, really you grew up with, okay? Those will be the hardest. And a lot of people break, okay? Because it's something that they've been accustomed to living with. Because it's been a part, it's been a part of the cycle, okay? It's been a part of their cycle. It's been a part of their lives, okay? Alright? But yeah, a lot of people get caught up in that, and I understand. Okay, I do. I get it, because it can be hard. It can be tough. Alright? But don't get caught up in that. Alright? It was something else I wanted to add to this before I get out of here. Alright? When I did a reading on myself not last week, but the week before, I did a reading on myself the week before, right? And I had 2 cards that was upside down. And this was way before my granddaddy transitioning, okay? And I had 2 cards that was upside down. So, you know, I was just kind of getting a read on myself. But it makes sense of what was coming into play, which was shifting, okay? And what was about to take place, you know, in a couple of days, alright? I had a 9 that was upside down. And we know that 9 deals with the divine energy of self, okay? That deals with that wholeness energy, okay? I had that one upside down. And then I had the lesson card, which is upside down. Alright? And the lesson card deals with, you know, you gaining a lesson and a message, okay? And you evolving from the situation, alright? Whatever obstacle it is, okay? So I was kind of like taken back at first when I got them. I'm like, okay, something ain't right. It must be a lesson I'm going to have to really, really tap into to really, you know, understand this. Because for my 9 to be upside down, this is something that can really distract my energy in a sense, which could throw me off my square, okay? Or, you know, have me stuck, alright? So, getting that, I was like, damn. So when that happened, it made sense of what it was all about. And with this, you know, this lesson, this transition that happened with my papa, you know, it made sense that this was a major lesson I had to really understand. You know, even just seeing the countdown of, you know, him going to 0, and that 0 was actually in the red. You know, that's dealing with the foundation of all things, you know, connected to your root self, okay? And just analyzing this experience more so, you know, being so caught up in the emotions where I don't catch the messages or the lessons, okay? So it made sense, you know, why I had put those cards, because of leading up to these moments. And it did take me a couple of days to actually really grasp that. That's why I couldn't really do nothing last week or this week, because I was too much, I was in my head, okay, in the waters, okay, and only to come out the waters is baptized, alright, come out with baptized newly, okay, alright, and gaining and understanding what just took place, alright, and not getting caught up in that, alright. Also, another thing that was said by the kids, before we get off of here, because I just got it, right here. JCN also said something to me around that time with the day our papa transition. He was like, you know, we're in the body too long. You know, we be in the body too long. And I'm like, you know, at first I couldn't understand it. I had asked Will, but I don't think he's seen my comment. But I got some understanding from it, talking to one of my bros about it, talking to Ty about it, and it was like, yo, hold up. You know what? That makes so much sense, because when we're so much in the body, in a sense, I had to look up what body is, and when I was diving into the body, I heard, the body is the temple, and we've heard that in religion, also in the Bible they mention it, and I also got, dealing with the body as the temple. The body is basically the dream. This is the dream. This is basically the realm, because that's why we say it's not real, because it's reality. It's just what it is, okay? It's just a projection of life, okay? Dealing with the source of energy, okay? So also dealing with body, we have the skin. And with that skin, skin also represents sin in the Bible, okay? So with that sin, when I got tapped into sin, I actually got some abbreviations for sin, okay, to understand what sin really is. It's actually a sexual immortality notion, okay? That's what sin is, a sexual immortality notion. And when we first hear sexual, we think about, doing a do or some type shit like that. But it's really not that type of intimacy, okay? It's really more of a physical and spiritual connection that's happening, which is why it's called sexual. Peace, sis. What's good? Alright, that's why we call it sexual, okay? And even if you dive a little bit more deep dealing with sexual, dealing with the sex of it, sex is also, it deals with just the mind frame of the being, dealing with male or female, which they're not going to put masculine and feminine, okay? So that's the mindset, okay? Dealing with the masculine and feminine, okay? And when they talk about sex and talk about it as a gender, they're actually talking about the mindset that being is set on, okay? Dealing with the masculine and feminine energy, whatever they're pulling for the most, okay? So yeah. So when he said, we're in the body too long, okay, that body is, the suit, okay? We have our mind up here, and the body is just our reality, it's just our dream. So that means, we're not gaining the lessons like we supposed to. He wasn't gaining the lessons like we supposed to. And a lot of our great elders, because he was speaking specifically on our Papa, saying that he was in the suit too long. And I'm like, okay, I was trying to figure it out then, but, just like I said, talking to Ty made me realize what it really was. But, it makes sense, to be in a body too long. That means you're in this realm, you're in this dream, you're in this constant dream too long, because you're not gaining the lessons. All right? And this is on a spiritual level, okay? Because physically you're going to evolve. All right? So I also dive deep a little bit into dealing with the temple, okay? And that origin of the temple, it means open, okay, or consecrated place, which is a sacred place. And open means also up in Latin, okay? So this is dealing with the up energy. If you've ever seen us do the praying hands, okay, or sitting Indian style, okay, or as I would say, the Buddha position, that symbols the temple. So it makes sense why they say the body is a temple in the Bible, because that deals with the mind, okay, and it deals with the body, which is the higher self, lower self, okay. All right. Spiritual reality. Spiritual and physical. All right. That's why they also do a lot of sleep studies too. When they do a lot of sleep studies, they're actually tapping into the realm, as they say, and that realm is actually dealing with tapping into your the reality of your dreams, the reality of your dreams, which is also tapping into that membrane, your membranes, which is also your water. Okay. So they're looking and studying the realms, okay? Dealing with the sources of energy, looking at these reflections, okay? Under these scopes, all right? And seeing how, what symbols is being projected, actually. Okay? Now, with the notion of sin, because it's sexual immortality notion of simply means idea, okay, or known. So when it deals with the sin and it's dealing with our skin, okay, this is a connection, tapping into, you know, our infinite energy, all right, by thought, okay, that's the sin, okay, makes you wonder what sleep apnea really is, okay, because you definitely tapping right into that, to your realm, like going completely into it. So, you know, the sin is basically, okay, the thoughts, the connection, the interconnection, okay, dealing with divine and masculine, feminine energy, becoming divine, all right, which is creating a notion, which is the thoughts, okay, because everything is started by thoughts, okay, mind, all right, the mind is all. So life is also a sin, as they would say. Life is a sin, okay? Life is hell, all right? It is, okay? When it's dealing with the notion, it's dealing with the connection, okay, of both energies becoming divinely connected, all right, to project out, okay, your creation, so your reality, okay? All right? You can create your heaven or you can create your hell, okay? Okay, this is also a spiritual inner intimacy, is what I was just talking about, projected physically. So literally, you know, this is like a mind fuck, okay? The mental sex cycle, okay, that we go through, all right, when it deals with us being in unison with our body and our mind, okay? And the soul deals with the heart, okay? That's okay, inside. That's the foundation, all right? So when he said that, it just made sense of what he was saying about, you know, we're in the body too long. And yeah, it's like when we're not gaining these lessons in this body, okay, we prolong the energy to evolve, okay? Because it takes all of us to evolve, all right? It doesn't just take a certain percentage, but it really takes all of us to evolve and everybody to play their part, okay? Whether you're going to vibe high or you're going to vibe low, okay? It's just a cycle of life, all right? So yeah, y'all. He said it, and I was like, okay, I didn't know what you meant at first, but once we got it, I was like, oh, he's saying a lot. Okay? Pay attention to the kids. They say a lot, okay? They say a lot. And they know a lot, okay? And they examine, they observe, okay? They are the definition of God all day long, okay? They generate what we do. They operate what we do, and they develop that shit, okay, in their own reality, all right? They are completely pure energy, and that is the God particle of it all, okay? So, yeah, pay attention to the kids, because the kids, they say some shit. It might be left field, but you got to decode it, because they be talking in codes and shit. You know, my little boy said some whole little crazy shit the other day. I'm like, delete? You still in the you boy? You is not on the computer. How you gonna delete something? Because my mom was like, she got rid of something in her yard, and he was like, oh, you deleted it. These kids, y'all gotta know how to decode what they saying now. They already doing the little, you know, the FYI shit and all of this. You gotta decode their words, what they saying. It's a reason why they in that energy. But yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna get up out of here. Oh yeah, it's a couple more things that's coming up. I was supposed to have the beginning lecture tomorrow, but I didn't realize. I'm sorry, y'all. I did not realize it was Super Bowl going on. So I have to reschedule that. And plus, you know, with us, what we got going on too this week, dealing with the family. So, I actually rescheduled it, and I'm going to reschedule it for March the 5th, though. I'll put everything out. And also, the Journal of Symbols lecture is definitely coming up this month, and I'll be putting that information back out this week, y'all, so y'all can just kind of stay in the know of it all. But they both are going to be on Zoom, so I will see y'all then. Other than that, y'all, love, peace, and oneness, and continue to, like, you know, send my family some positive energy, y'all, because, you know, it definitely takes a village for us to rise up out of this shit. And on that note, I'm out.